It's always a brand new day at Flint Hill, and today's team that will be bringing you your WPTV news is Team 1, featuring the anchors of Maria Carrillo, Hunter Mills, and Maya Schultz. Enjoy your news broadcast, boys and girls.
Good morning. Today is Monday, February 14th, 2022, and I am Hunter with your announcements. This is what is going around Flint Hill today. Happy Valentine's Day. Today is Special Rotation G. Today begins Random Act of Kindness Day. Miss Bates will bring us more information later in the show. This week, we will wear green on Thursday for Black History Month. Today is National Valentine's Day. Make sure to check out our book on Canvas. School will be out for midwinter holidays, February 18th and 21st. We will be celebrating Tuesday on Tuesday, 2/22/22. Help us by wearing tutus, ties, or tube socks. Mass Strategies Day on February 24th, 2022. Your parents are invited to join on a Zoom session at either 7:30 a.m. or 1:30 p.m. Be on the lookout for the flyer that is being sent home. Remember how. Now for our weather. Good morning. I am Hunter with today's weather. The high will be 50 degrees and a low of 27 degrees. Looks like it will be sunny. Enjoy your day. Now to our lunch menu. Hello, I'm Hunter with your lunch menu today. The cafeteria will be serving cheese, stuffed breadsticks with marinara, ham and cheese croissant, sweet potato fries, green beans, strawberries and cream, fresh fruit, your choice of milk, and now to Mr. Guest for our Black History Person of the Day.
Hello, everybody. It's Mr. Guest here with your Black History Person of the Day. Today, we're going to talk about Langston Hughes. James Mercer Langston Hughes was an American poet, social activist, novelist, playwright, and columnist. He was one of the most important writers and thinkers of the Harlem Renaissance, which was the African-American artistic movement in the 1920s that celebrated Black life and culture. Have a great day.
Langston Hughes is considered a great author because he spoke to, for, and about Black people in America.
Poet, novelist, and playwright, Langston Hughes was the leading voice of the Harlem Renaissance.
America was changing during the time that Langston Hughes was so popular. Black consciousness was becoming more and more public, more prominent. I think that Langston Hughes was important because he was one of the early figures to show the dignity and the beauty of ordinary Black life.
He was one of the most visible of the younger Black poets, a new generation that described themselves as the new Negro. They covered new topics, took on new poetic forms, and sought a wider audience, and Langston Hughes was at the forefront of that.
James Mercer Langston Hughes was born in Joplin, Missouri on February 1st, 1902.
He wrote a lot about being lonely when he was young, and I think that was a tremendous part of the product of moving around so much.
After graduating high school, Hughes published his first and most famous poem, The Negro Speaks of Rivers.
It is the first poem that celebrates Africa and dignifies the image of Africa in American literature.
The Negro Speaks of Rivers was published in a popular Black journal, and so he was really rather widely read from the beginning. His poetry and his prose actually had access to everyday people.
While studying at Columbia University, Hughes discovered the Harlem art scene, spending hours in jazz and blues clubs, weaving the rhythms of music into his work.
Jazz and blues were great influences on Langston Hughes. He sought to capture the energy and vitality of the music in his poetry.
He was very familiar with the Harlem nightlife. He knew the musicians, and later in his life he would even collaborate with some of the key figures at that time, such as Duke Ellington.
Hughes was a prolific writer and one of the first African-American authors who could support himself through his writing.
Langston Hughes wrote plays, He edited anthologies of poets of African descent across the diaspora. He wrote short stories. One of his most famous series of short stories centers around Jesse B. Simple. These are tales told by a resident of Harlem to an aspiring writer who's a stand-in for Langston Hughes.
He was one of the more widely published of the young poets of the period. He was also among the better connected. He really worked hard to promote the careers of other young writers in Harlem and also throughout the rest of his life. That's also one of his big legacies.
Langston Hughes died of cancer on May 22, 1967. His Harlem residence was given landmark status, a fitting tribute for a legendary writer.
His influence, his ambition as a creative writer, his success, his accessibility. He wrote for the average person. He was not writing for college classrooms. He was not writing for the elite. All of those things, I think, require that we recognize and acknowledge him as a great American literary voice of the 20th century.
Good morning, boys and girls. Miss Bates here today to talk to you about Random Acts of Kindness Week. We are going to be celebrating that beginning today through Thursday. Okay, a random act of kindness is a simple act that brightens someone's day. All week, we'd like for everyone to practice being kind to others. It's not hard, boys and girls. You can do this. Today is Manners Monday, so be sure to say please, thank you, and excuse me all day. Use your best manners everywhere you go. When you are polite, people like to be around you. When you are caught being kind this week, your teacher can reward you with an animal or a leaf for the hallway kindness tree. This is also your chance to win a prize from the PBIS store. Simply take your animal or leaf to the drop-off box in the front office. The counselors will draw a name each day to win a prize. Now, who doesn't like to win a prize? I know you guys do. There will also be a photo opportunity next to the kindness tree where you can choose to be the I in kind. Our quote for the day is from Aesop, an ancient storyteller. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Boys and girls, this is your tip for today as to how to be kind. And later in the show, you're going to get to see a video also. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow.
Sometimes it's easy to feel like the world's getting harder. But if we look closer, on the news, on the web, on the street, we're anything but unkind. Every day, we hear new stories of people trying to make the world a better place. And together, we can make the world that little bit kinder for all of us. It all starts with just one person, you. The thing about kindness is that it's just about the only thing in the world that doubles when you share it. And it's a fact, backed by science. Studies have shown that if you perform just one random act of kindness a day, you'll not only reduce your stress, anxiety, and depression, but your body is flooded with the same hormones that make you and the person you've helped calmer, healthier, and happier. Serotonin, which heals your wounds, helps you relax and makes you feel good. Endorphins, which reduce pain. And oxytocin, which reduces blood pressure and makes you feel more loving and loved. You'll both be more energized, feel less aches and pains, more confident, and could even live longer. And if other people see you helping someone else, they'll be filled with those same feel-good hormones, meaning they're significantly more likely to pay it forward. Like taking that extra moment to hold the elevator for someone, spotting a coffee for a stranger who's just a few cents short, giving your neighbor a hand with their groceries, even just smiling and meaning it. It doesn't take much, but it can make a huge difference for everyone. Those people you've helped will help other people, and those other people will help even more people. And those random acts of kindness can start a chain reaction that can spread across an entire community, a city, a country, and with enough of us, the world. Now, isn't that the world we all want? And it all starts with one.
stand for the pledge.
Attention, salute.
Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.